What I find most interesting about Creed is the history. I think it's the most fascinating, it's the most compelling, it's what draws the customer in. In 1781, King George III commissioned a leather maker, James Creed, to create a fragrance for his leather gloves. And our Royal English leather was created from that, and that was our first fragrance. I think one thing fascinating is you have many fragrances that say we're 60 years old, we're 90 years old, we're 100 years old, but Creed is over 250 years old, and if you think about it, that's older than the United States. The House of Creed is the world's only privately held luxury fragrance dynasty that's been passed father to son for 7 generations. They're almost like royalty. Like they were brought up and bred to do what they do. And royalty is devoted to their country, and Creed is devoted to this brand. They're uncompromised. Their creations are from their soul. And Florida Gardenia is our newest women's fragrance. It's a beautiful floral scent, innocent and romantic, reminiscent of first love. In Florida Gardenia, Creed blends first love gardenias, which only grow in pairs, with double blush roses and lavender peonies. Creed's most popular women's scent, Love and White, is a fresh floral. Introduced in 2005, this women's fragrance takes you on a journey through the ethereal beauty of springtime. It's really undefinable. I mean, it smells like nothing you've ever smelt. It's got an attraction that you can't define or recreate. And there's no fragrance that falls even into the family that it's in. It's really its own. And that's proven because it's really the most popular women's fragrance in the history of Creed. Aventus is a fresh, powerful scent for men. It celebrates power and strength and vision, inspired by a man who crowned himself Emperor of France. How do you define Aventus? As unique as Napoleon was, as the odds stacked against him for how he succeeded and what he did in the time frame that he did, I think Aventus having that original character and that original success, I think that they're exactly in tune. It's exactly what he was. What do I think personally of Aventus? It's the only fragrance that I've ever worn that a man's actually stopped me on the street and asked me what I had on. It's not happened once, it's happened more times than I can count. I think if a guy's willing to ask another guy what he's wearing, it says a lot. What makes Creed special? The process in which we make the fragrance sets us apart from anyone else. They manufacture it much like wine. It sits in vats and it macerates. And so much like a winery will taste the wine to make sure the wine's ready before he bottles it, Olivier smells the fragrance to make sure it's ready for us to bottle. And if it's not ready, I mean, we've missed launch dates because it wasn't ready, and he's not letting something out until it's exactly like it's supposed to be. That natural process, which is done by hand still to this day, is what creates the uniqueness of Creed.